especially yesterday, where somebody from NFL Network said that you asked the Steelers to take their first team like that. Can you address?
Um, no, I've been talking to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the Toronto Argonauts. Um, a couple Canadian League teams that I'm also, trying to get traded to. So it's been great conversations. It's done. It's old. Like I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here. We're gonna figure this thing out. Um, it's just too special to leave. So the Steelers. I heard that Jarvis wanted to go to the Cardinals, and all these people. It's just easy to talk about. It's a cop out. I feel like it's an easy thing to do and cause a little controversy and a little friction. And I feel like in my experiences in the league, and kind of going through the troubles that I did, I can now see how those stories, like for me, it'll never bother. It's never gonna affect me. But then it's like, does it cause a little friction between you and a teammate who doesn't necessarily know what it is you're thinking? So it's just done. It's time to just put it to bed. Like I'm gonna be here. There's nothing more to talk about like I said, unless I go to the Argonauts or the Blue Bombers.
So when you say you're going to be here, you're going to be here next season?
Yeah, we're gonna be here. We're gonna do it again, and we're gonna be, you know, what we felt like we should have been, and correct all the little, mistakes and all the if we would have did this games, and it's just too good. I didn't buy a house here to sell it. You know, I know people have said, I didn't sign them to trade them before, but I didn't really buy a house here to up and leave it and do renovations on the house and build a doghouse and yeah. So
Come get me. You can be construed as you're talking trash. You're challenging your opponent. Whatever. Is that what that is? I mean, can you set the record straight on that?
I need like the audio from where that was said. You see LeBron talking to somebody after the game, and they're talking like this and all of that, and it's like, is LeBron saying, "Oh, we should team up," or is this is a brotherhood? These are guys that you were friends with in the offseason. These are guys that all around the league. So it's like you can't have a conversation after the game without everyone being in your business. That's why we do this. We don't want you to know what we're talking about, good, bad, or nothing at all. We just don't want you sitting there, trying to listen and make up things. So whenever they find the and I definitely for sure ain't going to the Steelers. That would never happen, for sure. I seen they were talking about returns to New York and all this other stuff. I don't know where people are getting this from. So definitely not going back there either. So it is what it is. I'll be right here.
Hey, you talk out to opponents, so like when you're out there warming up or whatever, is that
This is
amped up a little bit?
this is a brotherhood. These are people compete at the end of the game. It's a good game. It's number love. I don't think there's too many people in the league who really have bad blood or hate between teammates. We're part of the 1% club, so it's a lot more respect than people could imagine.
What needs to be figured out right away?
How to win games. I see that everyone is pointing fingers, or is it this, is it that, and it's everybody. It's me included. It's every single person on this team who's at fault for why we're 6-8. You know what I mean? I haven't been able to play to the best of my ability. We haven't put the games together to come out with wins, so it's on everybody. There's no one specific person. There's no nothing. Like, we just got to do better.
Is this always been your mindset that you're going to be here, or did you come to some kind of realization over the last couple of weeks that I want to fight through it and make it work?
I bought a house. Like off rip, I bought a house. I didn't even have a house in New York, so I feel like that says a lot. I've never felt like I had a home since I left college. I went and trained in Arizona, was out there, got to New York, never bought a house because I didn't know, after 2 to 3 years, I didn't know what the future was going to hold. So I bought a house here for a reason. I called Baker after I got traded and Jarvis and talked about, the future for a reason. So I don't know if it happened last week, if it's been this way. It just hasn't been said, but here it is. I put it out on the table for you.
You put it on the table now, but the last couple of times you weren't really commenting on it. So
Yeah.
Did you feel a stress build within the organization that it was?
I just felt like it was starting to, I felt like it was starting to get out of hand, and like when I come up here and I answer and say, I don't know my future, we take it and it's like, oh, well, he didn't say, what did he not say? When it's like, no, stop trying to listen too deeply onto what's being said and like just take the message for what it was. Like, I don't know the future, you know. God forbid, like I don't know if we're gonna be alive next year. The world, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't predict the future. I do predict pretty close to Jarvis's stats, but that's about it. Other than that, I don't know the future. Yeah.
But then those national reports came out and they kept coming.
Yeah, and that's when it just got to be too much. And like I said, I've really turned the page, and I feel just so much better about where I'm at. And it's like to kind of see some of the old stuff go back, like, I'm just done with it.
How did you feel about Jarvis?
Just a couple more.
How did you feel about Jarvis making
It's great to see it. Year in and year out, I think he maybe missed it once, something like that. And that's just little things, to add on to the resume when it's all said and done. But if you asked him, I'm sure you're gonna ask him, he doesn't care. It's an honor, but he doesn't care. That's not what he's here for. Pro Bowl is like a pat on the back for not getting to where you wanted to go this year. So I'm sure you can ask him, he's gonna tell you, it's an honor to be nominated and this and that, or earned it, or whatever word you want to use, but he'd rather be in the playoffs playing significant games. And, we already talked big plans of how we can make this thing better, but for now, we're focused on Baltimore. There's still an opportunity there. As crazy as it is, a lot of things have to happen. We have to rely on X, Y, and Z, but the only thing we can focus on is beating Baltimore and worry about whatever happens after.
Is part of the reason that you really still want to do this and be here and have this be so special is because of being here with Jarvis and the dreams and hopes that you guys have together to do it?
Yeah, man. It just doesn't seem right to do this without him. And I know being apart from him and not losing that relationship that we had, but it kind of taking a step back because we're going through our own things in our lives, and now being able to be here, like I tell you, I'm babysitting every now and then, just chilling with Joy and Lil Jay. So it's just too special to leave. Like I said, I just in the process of putting new walls and stuff up in the house, new dog house, and it's just too special of an opportunity.
Last one.
What makes you think that the pieces that you have here, that things will get better going forward?
I mean, if you just take a look at the season and you be realistic and not trying to pick and choose or kind of look for the controversy, we coulda, woulda, shoulda a lot of games, and they turned out to not go our way. There's the Rams game. 49ers kind of got into it. Seahawks game was there. Second Steelers game. There's so many games where it's like we could be sitting here at 10-6 at the end of the season, 12-4, possibly 11-5. Anything but 6-8 at this moment. So I'm just excited. Not trying to look too far ahead to next year. Because there's still an opportunity here. So.
What do you expect out of the rematch?
The first Baltimore game, the best this team could be, should have been?
I don't know. Do you glass half empty or half full? Do you look at it? It was that Baltimore at their worst. I don't really know how to answer that. We came out there, and like I always tell you, it's any given Sunday. Any team can win going into one of these games. So we came out, we gave it to them the first game, and I know that they're going to be coming here trying to secure home field advantage for them in the playoffs. I know they've already clinched. Still have games to play, so they're going to go out there and play. So we got to go out there and win.
What do you expect out of the rematch with Humphrey?
Just good football. They've been playing well at a high level. They're doing some good things over there on defense. They just started clicking. I always say it. There's always that one team each year, not to say it comes out of nowhere, but they just have it. They've clicked up. I remember when Philly won the Super Bowl, and I just remember I was in New York and just seeing how they were and they were all moving together. And now the 49ers is like that team. So it's just about that tight-knit group, and that's what they have going on right now. So, like I say, all we could do is focus on our game plan, what we got to do to win, and that's really it.
Is it be a challenge to hold your emotions going against Marlin after what happened week 4?
Nah, like I told you, I'm over it. There's no, like I told you, I done had the candy dangled in front of me before. Like it's just football.